Today, I think I'll start out with a little touch of phthalo blue. And we'll just work it into a 2-inch brush. And to that, I'm going to add some midnight black. So we have phthalo blue and midnight black. Tap it into the bristles. You're looking for a nice, even distribution of color. There you can see it all the way through the bristles. By tapping, that'll help assure that happens. Let's go right up here. Let's have some big, fluffy clouds in this painting. And I like to make clouds, so that's a lot of fun. Go right up here and begin making little crisscross strokes. Just sort of bounce them around, let them play. Just like so. Little X's. Little X's. Maybe right in here. I'm just going to sort of leave some areas open. And in those open areas, we'll go back and we'll just sort of slip in some clouds. So just sort of think about maybe where you want your clouds to be and leave that area open. Maybe we'll have another little cloud that lives right in there somewhere. All right. Just some happy little things like that. And I want this guy maybe to be a touch darker than normal because I want the clouds in this particular painting to be very bright and really stand out. So the way to do that is to make your sky a little darker than normal. A little touch darker. Now we don't want to turn it into midnight, but a little darker. Okay. Now there's several ways to make happy little clouds. Now we could just go back in here with white paint and draw in some beautiful fluffy little clouds, but maybe today I'll play a little bit. I'll go into some of the midnight black and I'm going to reach right down here, get some bright red and go into the black with it. So I have bright red and midnight black. Just mix them right on the brush. Just tap it. Okay, let's go right up here. Now then, this is where you have to start making some decisions. Where does your little clouds live, or big clouds we're going to have? Use just the corner of the brush in tight little circular patterns, little circular strokes, and just lay in where you think the shadows will be. And by putting these dark shadows in here, it'll, once again, make your light colors just really jump out and sparkle. You need dark in order to show light. Painting is nothing but games of dark against light, light against dark. Back and forth. And we'll put a few little things right in here. Just like so. Okay, let me wash the brush. And once again, we use odorless thinner to wash our brushes. Shake that off. And just take out all your frustrations like that. You can just beat the devil out of it. Now then, I'm going to use a 1-inch brush and go right into titanium white. And I'll reach down here and grab a little touch of the bright red and mix it right in. Pull this brush in one direction, load a lot of paint into it. A lot of paint. Okay, let's go right up here. Now then, using little circles again, begin laying in some basic cloud shapes. Now you really need to sort of look at your shapes here. Don't just throw a bunch of white paint on the canvas and hit it with a brush and expect clouds to appear. You have to sort of plan these clouds. Sort of look at what you have and think about the shapes that you want. And remember that clouds maybe are one of the freest things in nature. They just float around the sky and have a good time. There. Just in tight little circles, lay in the basic shapes. Very, very basic. There we go. And now if you pick up too much of the undercolor, clean your brush. There's no rule that says you can't clean your brush several times. The only rule that we have is that there is no rules. You do whatever works for you. We just want to show you how to make some of these effects work. The way you make them work is up to you. If you've watched some of the other shows, we've shown you some of the fantastic paintings that people all over the country are doing. And they take the basic idea and adapt it to their situation or their area. And, oh, it's unreal. It's unreal. Some of the beautiful, beautiful paintings people are doing. And we get letters all the time from people that say, never painted before in my entire life till I started watching your show and you made it easy. And that makes all this worthwhile. Because it does work. I have one friend who is 90-something years old, and she just started painting, and she tells me she started a whole new career. She just had her first one-man art show, or one-lady art show, I guess it'd call it. But I think she's 94 now. Isn't that a beautiful age to start a second career? Now I'm beating the brush on the ladder here just to take out the excess paint so I don't have to go through and rewash the brush. Well, we're making some big, fantastic clouds today. Okay, now then, with a clean, dry brush, we want to fluff these clouds. So grab them and just lift upward in big circular strokes. Don't lift straight up, or it'll look just like it's raining up. That'll sort of bother you when the painting's done. There we go. Big, fluffy clouds. Boy, maybe there's a storm on the way. Then with a clean, dry brush, very gently, just blend the entire sky. All you're doing here is caressing the canvas. Just graze it. Just enough to take out the brush strokes. Okay. Now we can have some fun. Let me wash off this brush. Give it a good shake. I just like to beat the brush. It's a lot of fun. Now, when you're doing this at home, I really recommend you don't do this in your living room. You start beating that brush, you're going to redecorate your whole house in just a matter of a minute or two. Probably one of the best little things going is what's made to go in a garbage can is called a brush beater rack. And pick you up one of those, put it in the bottom of a garbage can, and it will not only save your house, it'll probably save your marriage. There we go. I'm mixing up a little bit of the midnight black with yellow ochre. Midnight black and yellow ochre. Maybe we'll add a little bit more blue to that. I want a little bluish hue in there. There we go. A little darker than I want, so I'll put some white with it. Okay, we're getting a nice little color there. All right, let's go right up in here. Let's put some happy little hills back here. And all I'm going to do is take the fan brush and just tap. Just tap with it. And use the roundness of the fan brush to your advantage. That makes those nice little hilltops. I'm tapping and sort of pulling downward just a little bit. Let's see all those nice little hills. There we go. Just let them float right on off, maybe to about there. And then we can begin putting some shape in this way. Now this is a super way to make the beautiful, beautiful hills that you have, like in the Carolinas and all down that area. Gosh, there's a pretty country in there. Beautiful country. We did some classes in there and spent some time in. Not only are there some of the most fantastic people in the country in that area, but the scenery. The scenery is unreal. We spent about a week in, where was it, Asheville, somewhere around Asheville. Some of the most beautiful country. And beautiful people. Now then, you can lift gently upward here and there. It'll make it look like little trees way back in the distance. Tiny little strokes. Tiniest little strokes. Barely caressing the canvas. Now then, I want to create the illusion of mist down here at the base of this. So with my 2-inch brush, I'm striking quite hard with the top part of the brush. Really get in there and take out all your frustrations. But just the base. I just want to cause a misty area here. I don't want to ruin these. So that it fade right into the liquid white and right into nothing. So that it just literally just disappears. Like so. And then very lightly. Give it little upward lifts here and there. Okay. Now, maybe, I'll tell you what, let's do. Let's put another layer of footy hills in there. Add a little more of the yellow ochre to that. And load that fan brush full. Just load it full. Okay, let's go right back up here. Maybe this little foothill, maybe he starts right here and comes right on down here. Now you could do this with a 1 or 2-inch brush. Today I just felt like doing it with a fan brush. The principles are exactly the same no matter what brush you use. There. See, all those happy little things. Okay. Now, once again, I'm just going to very gently lift it upward a little bit. Create that little fuzzy look, like little trees way back in the distance. There. Okay, now back to my 2-inch brush. That's clean and dry. And once again, I want that misty effect in there. That's very, very important that we have that mist. That's the only thing that you have to separate all these different layers of foothills. And avoid coming straight across banging like that when you're causing this mist. It'll cut it off very straight and bother you. You want it to be soft, but you don't want to see a distinct line there. Just like so. Now, once again, short, tiny little strokes, lift upward. And you can just make layer after layer after layer of beautiful little foothills. Shoot, let's do another one. That's a lot of fun. I'm going to take a little bit of the dark sienna and mix it right in there. This dark sienna is a very nice color. Very nice color. It's a little bit darker than burnt sienna. It's quite unique. See? Load the brush full. Let's go right up here. Tell you what, we'll have another little range of little footy hills. And they live right in here. Just make a decision, drop them in. Now, if you want to show things that are a little more distinct, you can begin turning the brush sidewards and tapping in some things that when you're done will look like more like little individual trees here and there. So just sort of let your imagination go crazy and do whatever makes you happy. But each layer, as you come forward, should get darker, 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 darker. A little bit darker. That helps create that all-important illusion of distance in your painting. Okay, and once again, back to my 2-inch brush, and we'll just begin tapping that. Just begin tapping. Okay. So there. Already, you have 3 very distinct layers. You know, all those big, strong clouds sitting back there. A big thunderstorm maybe is coming. And that'll fill up all the little streams and make them bubble as they come down the hills. I love to hear little streams bubbling. Okay. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to add the least little touch of thinner to my brush. And I'm going to go right into some of this dark sienna. With the least little touch of thinner. And let's just play a little bit. Maybe we'll just put a little color in here. I just put the thinner in so it'll slide on much easier. Most of this is going to be covered up. I'm just looking, we'll add some Van Dyke brown. I'm just looking for some dark colors. So my light colors will show up when I put them on here. Just Van Dyke brown and dark sienna. And don't worry about it. Just sort of throw it in. In fact, it looks a little better if it's sort of rough, and I'm still using these little X patterns, little crisscross. And that quick, we've got our foreground laid in. Just some happy little things in there. I like the brown tones, the earth tones. They're so pretty and warm. These browns and greens are very warm colors. They'll warm up an old dead room. And they make people happy when they look at them. And that's important in a painting. It should give people a nice feeling when they look at it. Painting should make you happy. Whether you paint or you buy paintings or you just look at paintings, they should really make you happy. I'm going into yellow ochre, the least little touch of sap green, some Indian yellow, all of those nice colors. I'm going to add some dark sienna to that. Oh, yes, there we go. That's what I'm looking for. Maybe a little more yellow to bright. There, it's dark sienna mixed in there. Okay, let's go right up here. Maybe right in here there's some happy little grassy areas. They come right down like that. Just like that. Just tap them in. Okay. Now then, look at all the different planes that just like stair steps. But that helps create, once again, that tremendous illusion of distance in your painting. And of course, we're not interested in that happy buck, but if you should be, that's what sells the painting and puts a happy buck in your pocket. Now then, maybe let's do some nice trees. I think today I'll use the old round brush. I'm going to go right into the midnight black and sap green. And we'll throw some browns in there too. Both browns, sap green, midnight black. Just tap firmly with this round brush. Tap it firmly. Let's go right up here. Maybe there's a nice little tree, and he lives right here. Right here. There we go. There we go. Once again, all we're looking for here it's just a nice dark color, so our light colors will show up. And by making this tree big, it pushes all that back. Push that brush down, just tap it. Tell you what, while we got this old brush going, well, we got it going same old colors, maybe. Oh, let's put one right here. What the heck? Now that dark color against that white cloud is going to really stand out beautifully. Back to our rule, light against dark, dark against light. That's what gives you painting feeling, makes it stand out, contrast in it. So it makes it so pretty. Okay, I still get excited about this. Painted so many paintings, still get excited about it. And probably one of the most asked questions that I get over and over is, what in the world do I do with all these paintings that we do on the television shows? Most of them, we donate to charity organizations and PBS stations all over the country. And they, in turn, auction them off, and they make a happy buck for the stations and stuff, and that's nice. Help them out a little bit. I'm going to go right into some of the yellows. And I'm using the round brush, yellow. Let me grab some green up here. And I just want to tap it. Now, this yellow is a little thinner than my other colors. I like a thin yellow, so I don't have to dilute it. And yellows normally always highlight. Load the brush full. Let's go right up here. Come right in here and go right above the dark. And just begin tapping in all these beautiful little highlights. Look at there. Look at there. And work on form and shape inside of your trees. Don't just throw it on at random. Think about there's limbs inside of this tree. And they project out towards you and the light strikes them and makes all these things happen. Beautiful little things. Work on one tree, one bush at a time. Okay, another one lives right there. And you can just put as many or as few as you want. Big thing is, don't kill all these dark areas in here. See those dark areas? Maybe they're more important than the light areas. Let's have some fun today. I'm gonna go. I got to do this. It's fun. I like to make little cabins and little shacks in the woods. So let's do one. Pull the paint out very flat. This is Van Dyke Brown. Cut across. Get our little roll of paint. Okay? Now then, make a big decision. Where does your little house live? I think he lives right there. There. And here's the other side of the roof. There we go. Now, these are very simple little houses and little cabins. But if you learn to do them, then big buildings are just little buildings that had a shot of vitamins. The principles are all the same, no matter what size your building is. See, and it doesn't matter right here. All you're doing is blocking in color. We don't make mistakes. We have happy accidents. Learn to work with whatever happens. Whatever happens. Okay, that gives us a basic shape to work with. Now we can add some white to some dark sienna. Pull it out very flat. Once again, get that small roll of paint on the knife. Okay, let's go right in here and just barely touch and pull it down. Like so. Now on the other side here, we'll make it by just pulling down like that. Now, some dark color, come across, gives us a door. We need a door for our little house. There we go. Got to have a way to get in and out. A little bit of light color around the edges. And that fixes him up. Now we can take a clean point of the knife, just go down, make it look like little boards in this shack. Tell you what, we'll take a little bit of the blue color, just make the indication of a little window there. Now with a knife, you can cut this off, just cut it off, and create all kinds of shape. Now then, let's come right in here, just using a little bit more of the dark sienna. And I'll just pop in the indication of some little things happening up here on the roof. That easy. That easy. I want to keep this roof quite dark. Quite dark. Now then, maybe this will help it stand out. We'll just take a little bit of light color and come right along here and just highlight the edge a little. See, that makes it jump right out at you. Right out at you. Now then, go back into our yellows. We'll pick up a little bit of this bright red too. What the heck? Tap it. Get a lot of paint in the brush. Okay? Now then, continue on with our little grassy areas here. Just like this. wherever you want them to go. Pick up some of the greens and browns and all kinds of colors. It's a nice, simple little painting that I think you'll really, really enjoy doing. It works well, and it's pretty when it's done. There we go. There we go. All kinds of little things. Now then, let's use a small knife today. We'll go right in here and just with some browns, lay in a touch of color, and that'll end up looking like a little path. You got to have a way to get to the door there. Okay. I'll take my 1-inch brush and go through some of the yellows and all those pretty colors. One direction. Let's go back up here. And we'll put in some little bushes, some little shiners right up here. There they are. This is the kind of place my mother would like to live. She lives in Florida where it's nice and warm and don't have any big mountains. She would like to have a little house out here. Now, I'll take the fan brush, go into some of the browns, and I'm just going to sort of bounce it around and make it look like dirt and stuff out here. See, you can bring it up wherever you want it and go right on off into nowhere. We don't know where that goes. Okay, with a knife, just scrape in a few little sticks and twigs. Gives you some finishing touches. Let's go over to the other side here and play a little bit with it. I'll take my round brush and go right into my yellows and my greens. And let's highlight the tree on this side. And just tapping. See, once again, put in some basic shapes. Don't just hit at random. I know you get tired of hearing me say that, but it's very important. Very important. Create the illusion of shape in the trees. Don't just throw them in. Go out and spend some time talking to a tree. Make friends with it. Study it. That's how you learn what makes a tree look like a tree. And a bush look like a bush. And trees are nice people. And you get to know them. You'll like them. You'll like them. There we go. See, just layer after layer after layer. As many or as few as you want. There's one right there. Ooh, some pretty colors happen there. All right. Now then, with a knife, once again, just take and scrape in just all these little sticks and twigs. They really help create the illusion of distance because they show different planes. It really, really helps. I'll tell you what, let's do here. We'll use the old filbert brush today. We used it mainly in our seascapes, but we can use it here. And let's make a happy little tree. I like this brush for making little trees like this. Give him some arms, however many you want. Isn't that a super way to make a little tree? And you can take your liner brush and put all kinds of little tiny limbs on there, just as many or as few as you want. Now then, with our round brush, we'll tap in some happy little leaves. And that easy. We got a fantastic tree there. Like so. Okay, put a few little highlights on there. Okay, I think that gives us a nice little painting. Give you some ideas to work with, and we'll call this one finished. So from all of us here, happy painting. God bless.